All right, listen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification because you never know the video you suggest. That could be next. All right, follow the Thealkebulantrust on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all that stuff there. Now, boom, this is a suggested video. Basically, look, long story short, did a video to do with Ardy saying that his mom's a witch, and I had to break that down because he mentioned about not like people gonna clip this and say his mom's does Juju or whatever. You know what I mean? So I had to break that down, and basically someone suggested it. So you know what I mean? So I already wrote down witchcraft, spiritualism, and religion. So now this one is on Juju, and the next video you probably will see is going to do with what's the other one? I think that's it. Religion. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Got there in the end. All right, so boom, Juju, yeah? Here we go. All right, so remember, if you've been watching the other ones, then you know what we're going to go to, right? ETYMONLINE.com. All right, they should sponsor this channel at some point. Like they're gonna have to. They don't have to, but do you know what I mean? Like I've been shouting them out now, but I've been using their thing in it. So, all right, so boom. So, Juju, it's basically object of religious veneration among West Africans. That's all it is. That's the etymology. That's the root word of Juju. Yeah? Object of religious veneration among West Africans. That's all it is. And this is what I mean. I'm going to see if I can... I'll probably do like a reaction video to the trailer to the Haitian Revolution. I can't remember the full thing. But it's from one race baiter. Like that's what he calls himself, a race baiter. But like, basically, he did a documentary on the Haitian Revolution, and they used Voodoo, which some call it Juju, and all that stuff there. So it's like, this is what I mean. They use religion, they use their spiritual system to be able to, you know, partake in a situation where they're able to get that freedom and independence. And I can get why it's perceived as evil. This is why, you know, I have to watch this thing with maybe you know what, I just got an idea in my head, but I don't want to mention it too tough just right now. But what I will tell you is this, right? At the end of the day, what works for you is what works for you. What works for someone else works for them. We shouldn't be telling people, oh, that's wrong, that's evil, that's this, that. Because who are you to tell them that's evil? What, just because you follow a different spiritual system or religious system that they're telling you, oh, what they're doing is wrong, it's evil? That's like think about it. That's like telling a lion that lives in the wild that the way they're living is wrong. That's all they know. That's how they live. That's how they keep going. Now, if you say like this is what then it does happen, or they take them out of their natural habitat, put them in cages, and give them a false sense that they're in the wild, but they're not. Do you see what I mean? So it's a thing of you're telling them where they're living is wrong and what they're doing is wrong, but then you take them out and put them in a new environment, and as if that's the right environment for them. That don't make no sense. Do you see what I'm saying? And if we're really gonna break it down, it's the same thing. In fact, let's look at the word veneration though, because I'm very inquisitive like that. But yeah, it's more or less the same thing. Like, do you know what I mean? In terms of what I want to say next, in terms of they took a group, like massive groups of black people or Africans from their natural habitat, their natural homes, yeah, their natural homes, how they naturally lived, yeah, and that actually had different various types of civilizations, yeah, and basically place them in a newer environment and put them in a situation where now they're telling them the evil their spiritual system is evil. Do you see what I'm saying? That is wrong. It's demonic. It's this. It's that. Don't make no sense. And you know what's mad, yeah? If we're gonna talk about uh this ain't me trying to defend what's his name's mom, like Artie's mom or anything. But you see with the crystals and that, yeah, you have to really deep certain things. Like a diamond is a form of crystal, right? There's different types of diamonds. You got the sapphire diamond, which you can find most of the sapphire in, I believe, also in East India as well. Do you see what I'm saying? You can also find them in West Africa too. But like, it's like at the end of the day, those are gemstones, and the gemstones, the crystals. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, I'm not saying like even it's so mad. Like even nowadays, people talk about chakras and all that stuff. There, it's I don't know how to explain it, but it's like everything is more or less the same thing. And like I said before in a different video, what's evil to someone is good to someone. If someone is using their own spiritual system against someone like an oppressor or someone trying to oppress them, and they're praying to their gods or their god or whatever, and then they're just naturally using their instincts to do what's necessary. You're telling me that, you know what I mean? And then some people be like, oh, what about the voodoo dolls and all that stuff? That is Hollywood crap. That's just Hollywood propaganda. Do you know what I mean? That is not in Voodoo. In fact, it's called Voodoo religion. Yes, that's not in the religion. It's not. I'm not even. Listen. Anyway, veneration. What it actually means is reverence, profoundest respect. So if you're a Christian, you respect Christianity, right? If you're a Muslim, you respect Islam, right? If you're a Jew, you you respect Judaism, right? If you're a Sikh, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? Like, listen, we're human beings doing what we gotta do. You know what I mean? We live how we're supposed to live, innit? Like, we all can get along. It's not that deep. We all can literally get along. Let's be real here. Like, let's be absolutely real. Like, we can all get along. We all have our own individual goals or whatever. But if you were to, if a person who practices Sikhism or someone who practices Buddhism, if someone was to practice Christianity, Islam, if all these people were to practice different, if you line them up, right, line them up, and they will all, let's say, they end up getting caught by the same, they could get caught the same way, right? Whether let's say they're men and women, right? And they all get caught the same way on their arm or on their leg, and they bleed. What color blood are they going to be bleeding? Is it not red? Okay, yeah, sure, they're going to have different blood types, but you ever heard of blood donor, right? If someone needs a blood donor, if they got the same type, they're going to match. So it wouldn't matter. Like, listen, you don't want me to really go deep in this thing, because I will go deep. I will go deep. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah, man, it's all about that humanity thing, bro. That's all I'm saying. Get me? As much as I can say this is about African and Caribbean diaspora, blah blah blah. The reality of it is, we're humans, bruv. Do you know what I mean? We're humans. We're humans, or we are spiritual beings living a human experience. So we're spiritual beings, blood. That's essentially as it gets, because we are all breathing. until we are no longer breathing. I don't know what happens after that, but this is where religion comes into play, because it's a thing of like raw. Like, one religion will say one thing, another religion will say another thing. But at the end of the day, that is just based on storytelling. That's all it really is. Whether you choose to believe them or not, that's your choice. Do you see what I mean? Oh, I'm really breaking this down. This is a real breakdown. And I know you may have I don't wish this on you, but you may have a breakdown going through this actual breakdowns, because it's a lot. It's a lot to take in. But anyway, look, thank you for watching. If you made it this far, in the comment section below, put Thealkebulan is great again, and make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, because you never know the video you suggest that could be next.